How's it going, everybody? Welcome back. This one I'm really looking forward to for this week's Would You Rather, or today's Would You Rather. I don't know what order I'm putting them up yet. Is it selfish to have kids? I don't think so because I have children, but it completely depends on the situation. You need to have a good, stable job, not be claiming just loads of benefits and popping kids out like crazy, like I know some people do. Know that personally. Um, so I'm really intrigued about this one. So let's get it loaded. Here we go. Get rid of the ads.
I'm a single mum.
Well, you've done something really horrible there. You've dragged someone and forced them into a position they didn't want to be in. No one ever asked to be born.
I feel like you're on another planet. Having children is obviously such a joy and a great thing in life. It's a natural feeling. As a woman, we all have that maternal instinct as well.
My view on biological children, I don't think people should have them.
I'm going to have to stop here and just ask you why.
No one ever asked to be born. When you give birth, you're choosing to do something to someone else. You're creating them. They never asked for it. You know, you can't.
What? That sums up 2022, that. No one asked to be born. That's like the kind of thing you scream when you're like 13, having a bitch fit with your mom. You're like, I didn't ask to be born, mom, you know. I wish he wasn't born. Like, what? This is going to be good.
Can't get consent from someone to bring them into the world.
But it is a natural process.
But just because something's natural doesn't mean it's right. There are many things that happen in nature which we would say that's bad, like malaria, you know, animals rape each other, things like this. If you look at any other situation in our daily lives where we would talk about consent, should not act if you can't get consent from someone.
I'm a single mum and I have a son who's 9 years old, and just before I turned 20, I decided that I was going to be a surrogate. And I was UK's youngest surrogate to triplets.
I can totally understand that people have this biological drive. Nothing's stopping me, like I could do it. Well, actually, I had a vasectomy 2 weeks ago, so there is something stopping me. There was nothing.
Okay, well,
There was nothing stopping me.
What made you make that decision so young?
Because I know already that I'm not going.
At the age of 23, I did not know half of what I know.
Listen, this guy doesn't need to worry about having a vasectomy or anything, because I don't think he needs to worry about any woman wanting to be taken to bed by him. Oh, God, I want to just go to the table at him and hit him. I just can't get over the whole consent thing. How do you get a kid to consent to being born? Like, no, he's special.
Now, the feelings change. I'm sure you're not the same. I'm definitely not the same person that I was when I was 19. To experience like pregnancy, I can't even put into words how that feels. Like, it's a feeling that you've never ever felt before. Like, I don't know, it kind of saddens me to know that you'll never experience that.
All of that to me just sounds like an ego trip. You've brought someone into existence and it's made you feel all these things. Yeah, that's good for you, but we can't see other people as a means to our own ends.
Okay, I'm just going to say it how it is. I feel like you're on another planet.
Yeah.
I can understand now that bringing someone into the world just for my selfish desires is not a good reason to do it. When you do create someone, you're bringing them into a world where you know that there are loads of bad things that could happen to them. They could be hit by a car and live with lasting pain. They could get cancer very early on, fall victim to sex trafficking.
Man, I bet his house is full of bubble wrap. Like, how can you go around life being so scared? Look, at the end of the day, yeah, we're all going to die one day. That's inevitable. It can't be helped. You know, eventually, whether it's getting old, getting a disease, or having an accident, well, get hit by a bus. Look where you're going if you don't want to get hit by a bus. And I take that from somebody who works on public transport. Look the fuck up from your phone and look both ways before you cross. Boom, sorted that problem out.
Trafficking, all things like this. Do you think that your selfish desire to have that kid is worth it if they live a life like that?
That's a bit crazy. Like, why are you always picking up the negative in this situation? Because that's all I'm hearing you say is, so this could happen, that could happen. So I'm sure you've had a bad experience or event some point in your life up until now. Most people have, whether it's a bad memory or you've lost someone or whatever the case is. You learn to deal and cope.
You learn to mitigate the bad things that happen to you.
But no one can just live their life in this bubble.
But bringing someone into existence, well, you've done something really horrible there. You've dragged someone and forced them into a position they didn't want to be in, and those bad things are happening to them. And you've done that.
Oh, boom.
Biologically,
You get knocked the fuck out straight there and then. Like, who the fuck does he think he is? Like, that chair would be wrapped straight round the back of his head. Who the fuck does he think he is? Say you've done all. He's an arsehole. He's a fucking delusional arsehole. Vasectomy, don't worry about it, because I'm pretty certain he's never had sex. Fucking hell, what a tosser. I don't normally swear this much on my videos, but holy shit, honestly, what a scumbag. Like, if you don't want to have kids, just say, I don't want to have kids. I'm a selfish person that likes just having money and just living a normal life. That's fine. I love having kids. It's amazing. It's rewarding as fuck. The love you get from your kids, like, I think if I gave my daughter the choice now, like, if I could go back in time and stop you from being born, what do you say? She'd be like, oh, I want to be born. She's like the happiest little girl. So is my little boy. Like, they are so happy and like they make you feel so good. Like, and that, no, I don't do it just for myself. I want to make them happy constantly, and they are. Like, they're healthy and they're thriving at school and nursery, and you know, they're polite, and you can just fuck off.
your gene pool, that will end with you.
So what's bad about that?
No, nothing.
Just, how do you feel just knowing that?
Yeah, fine, good. I'm not opening
That's
the door
it.
to any more bad things happening to people.
It just literally makes no sense.
I mean, most people that I interact with have the same view as you, so, like...
He reminds me of the kind of guy that he'd see a pretty girl in a bar and he'd just follow her home. Not do anything, he'd just follow her home and then probably just stand outside the house for a few hours. Sniff the chair she was sat on, kind of thing. He's fucking... Look at his face. Oh, fuck off.
You've never met anyone who thinks my way, and literally everyone I meet thinks your way.
Are you a lonely child?
No, I have a sister.
No? Did you have a good childhood? Like,
Yeah.
you had a good
Everyone thinks
childhood.
anyone who has this view was
No, not
abused
at all.
as a child or something.
No, not even that. If you had a good childhood, then you know what it feels like to experience joy and memories.
Yeah, as someone who exists, but if I was never born, I would have never have missed that.
So what would you say to me if I was the one that was looking for a surrogate?
Well, I would think you shouldn't. And I would say, like, if you want to have a child and raise them, adopt.
I've had debates with many people, but that was something else. I just feel more sad for him, really.
So everybody should adopt instead of having kids. He does know, like, the stork don't bring babies, doesn't he? Like, wherever these kids that you're adopting coming from, if no one's allowed to have kids anymore.
That just at a young age, he's made such a life-changing decision. Just
For the better.
frustrated with all the negativity about why you shouldn't have children and not the positive side of what you should enjoy. I'd rather have kids. 100% life is here to be lived, and I can't wait to have more children.
We don't agree, but I enjoyed it. I do understand where people are coming from. This is a topic where I'm so often confronted by the opposing view that if I would have heard anything by now that would make me change my mind, I think I would have heard it. I would rather have no biological children, but I'm perfectly up for adopting someone.
Fucking hell. Can you imagine if he actually adopted a kid, though, and then, like, that kid grew up and was like, Dad, I'm having a baby, and he would he just disown them? Like, well, I'm not even your dad, so don't worry about it. I mean, hopefully, I'm glad he can't recreate, because we need his, like, DNA to be gone. Like, what a fucking weird guy. I don't even know what else to say about that. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave me a like, subscribe for more. There's one more episode of Would You Rather coming so far. That's then we're all caught up. Let me know if there's anything else you want me to give a watch. Channel 4, TLC, whatever. Doesn't matter what it's on, I'll give it a go. Other than that, thank